That night, John suited up, putting on his work clothes like a man going to war. Sharp-eyed viewers will also notice John wears his watch face inward, a practical habit used by special forces to avoid reflections and check time while holding a weapon. Soon, the assassins broke into John's house. Sensing their arrival, John armed himself, ready for his first fight in years. Let's slow it down and watch this master at work. First, John hides and catches one killer off guard, shooting him instantly. Then he grabs the second assassin's gun and fires at the third guy's knees. After taking out the second man, he quickly finishes off the third. John moves like a ghost, always a step ahead thanks to his deep knowledge of his own home's layout. In the dark, the assassins used tactical flashlights, a rookie mistake. Those lights only made them easier targets for the Baba Yaga. The first wave of attacks was temporarily dealt with, but the second wave came immediately after. As the tactical flashlight from the second wave swept across John's position, he didn't hesitate. He stepped out, crippled the first enemy instantly, and used his body as a human shield. Then, with cold precision, he took down the second enemy and followed up with a clean finishing shot. But just as he was clearing the floor, John ran into his toughest opponent yet. What followed was an intense hand-to-hand brawl, brutal and efficient. It all ended with John mercilessly driving a knife straight into the final enemy's chest. At that exact moment, the doorbell rang. John glanced at the flashing lights outside and knew exactly who it was.
Good night, John. Good night, Jimmy.
Once the cop left, John made a quick phone call, ordering a 12-person dinner. When the door opened, 3 cleaners stepped in. They efficiently removed all 12 bodies and scrubbed the place spotless. Payment? 12 gold coins, 1 for each corpse. Meanwhile, Vigo wasn't even surprised when he heard the news. After all, he knew exactly what John Wick was capable of. Without missing a beat, Vigo issued a bounty, a staggering $2 million, and even reached out to John's old partner, Marcus. Marcus, a legendary assassin himself. Vigo offered him double the bounty if he agreed to join the hunt. On the other side of town, John arrived at the Continental Hotel, a property under the Assassin's Guild. This wasn't just any hotel. The Continental was a worldwide chain, but the New York branch was run by Winston, a man who knew all the secrets. The Continental had one iron rule: no business shall be conducted on hotel grounds. This made it a rare safe zone in the cutthroat underworld. John, a regular at this particular hotel, easily found Winston and asked for the location of Vigo's son, Iosef. Winston also informed him about the bounty. Now every killer in the city would be gunning for him. Back in his room, John armed up, gearing for war. He strapped the knife to his ankle and donned his iconic black suit. The boogeyman was officially back. That night, John arrived outside Iosef's party building. As darkness fell, the killing began. Before anyone even knew what was happening, John had already secured a triple kill and quickly extracted Iosef's location from a panicked goon. Soon, John spotted Iosef, but just as he was about to move in, another assassin detected him. Their fight broke the silence, alerting everyone in the building. When Iosef saw John, his legs instantly turned to jelly. Using sheer numbers, Iosef's crew managed to hustle him up to the second floor. A full-blown gangster den packed with his personal guards. But John Wick was unfazed. Every shot was a headshot. Every bullet counted. Just as Iosef was about to slip away, John chased after him, only to be intercepted by another assassin. This guy landed a direct shot on John. Thanks to his bulletproof suit, John survived, but the impact still hit like a sledgehammer. The shooter? He wasn't just anyone. He was the toughest enemy John faced so far. In the end, John failed to kill Iosef that night and walked away badly wounded. Back at the Continental, the hotel's medical team patched John up. Exhausted, he collapsed into bed. Across the street, Marcus had his sniper rifle aimed at John's window. At first, Marcus was just watching, but then an intruder, Perkins, a female assassin, tried to sneak into John's room. Marcus fired a warning shot, alerting John to the danger. Caught red-handed, Perkins unloaded her clip at John, but despite his injuries, John disarmed and subdued her in seconds. Rather than breaking the hotel's rules, John extracted information from Perkins, the location of Vigo's secret base, and then casually handed her over to his neighbor. The next morning, John headed to the location, a church. He walked inside and opened fire without saying a word. Grabbing the priest by the collar, John marched him straight to Vigo's underground vault. At the entrance, 2 guards were shot dead before they could even react. Inside the vault, Vigo's entire fortune, gold, cash, the works. Without hesitation, John piled everything together, pulled the pins on 2 incendiary grenades, and set the whole thing ablaze.